Hello! Welcome back sa ating income tax class. Ako pa rin ang inyong guro, Romualdo Fernandez Credo. So tayo pa rin ay nasa tax on corporation pero application na. So kung kayo ay handa na, kumuha ng papel at ballpen para sa mga importanteng notes. So let's start. So let's start with our application ng concept previously discussed dun sa previous videos na prepare natin sa corporation. So, just in case na nakalimutan na, pakibalikan na lang kasi importante yung concept sa application syempre. Kung hindi mo alam yung concept, hindi mo maintindihan yung mga i-discuss natin today. Kasi nga, yung mga complex yung mga concept rather, ang i-apply natin dito sa ating discussion sa corporation. So problem number 1, si Dyna Corporation just completed its third year of operation. It has the following financial information for the taxable year 2015, its third year. So, mayroong data dito from Philippines at saka from China. Ang gross income niya is 1,250,000 and 800 sa China. Ang deduction niya is 945,000 sa Philippines and 540 sa China. So, ang requirement ay depende sa classification ng corporation which is domestic, resident, at saka non-resident foreign corporation. So, please remember na tatlo ang classification natin ng corporation. We have yung domestic corporation, yung na-incorporate dito using yung Philippine laws natin. And pag hindi siya na-incorporate dito sa Philippines using our Philippine laws, syempre siya ay foreign corporation. So mag-iiba na lang yan ang classification niya kung siya ay resident or non-resident. So we have resident foreign corporation at saka non-resident foreign corporation. Ayan. So, to answer yung questions 1 to 6, so, gawin muna natin yung solution niya. So, i-add lang natin yung gross income. So, from Philippines at saka from China, 2,050,000. Ganon din ang gagawin natin sa deduction. Magiging 1,485,000. Then, kukunin natin yung difference. So, ang difference sa Philippines ay yung taxable income tawag na natin doon kasi gross income minus deduction, 305. Sa China, 260. And then, sa total nila, ang total difference is 565,000. Then, multiply natin yung taxable income ng tax rate sa corporation which is 30,000. 30% rather. So, ang income tax sa Philippines is 91,500. Sa China, 78,000. Ang total niyan, syempre, 169,500. So, ang question sa number 1 is, assuming the taxpayer is a domestic corporation. So, pag domestic corporation, within and without. So, ang kukunin nating amount ay yung sa total. So, kasama lahat. Kasama yung Philippines, kasama yung China. So, ang taxable income is yung difference ng gross income at deduction sa total. So, that's 565,000. Question number 2, what is the tax due pag siya ay domestic? So, times 30%, 169,500. Ulitin natin, ang answer sa number 1, 565,000. Number 2, what is the tax due for the pag domestic corporation siya? 169,500. Next, What is, assuming that the taxpayer is a resident foreign corporation. So, ganun din, taxable income and tax due. So, sabi natin sa discussion natin ng theory or ng concept, kapag resident corporation na, ang kasama na lang ay within those items that are earned in the Philippines. So, i-disregard mo na yung China at saka yung total. So, ang sagot ay 305 sa taxable income sa number 3 and ang income tax is 91,500. Bikin natin kasi resident corporation. So, yung income earned in the Philippines lang ang papakialaman mo na. Hindi mo na cover yung sa na-earn niya sa outside ng Philippines kasi hindi naman siya domestic corporation. Hindi naman siya na-incorporate using our Philippine laws. So, yun lang na-earn niya dito sa bansa natin, yun lang ang consider natin. So, what if siya ay foreign at saka non-resident? So, kapag foreign at saka non-resident, ang magiging taxable income na niya is yung gross income from the Philippines, which is 1,250,000. Wala nang deduction. So, i-multiply mo na kagad yun ng 30% equals yung income tax na 375. Problem number 2, MP Corporation started its operation in 2013 and the following financial data for the 3 consecutive years ending December 31, 2015. So, merong data for 2013, 2014, 2015. Assuming that the taxpayer is domestic corporation, what is the taxable income and what is the tax due in 2013? So, papakialaman mo lang is yung 2013 kasi yun lang naman ang tinatanong. Again, ang taxpayer is a domestic corporation, so within and without. So, ibig sabihin, kasama yung Philippines, Hong Kong, and Thailand. Ulitin ko, 2013 lang ang tinatanong. So, wag mong isama yung 2014 at saka 2015. So, kukumpute mo lang parang yung ginawa lang natin kanina sa problem 1. So, yun nga. I-add lang natin lahat ng gross income from Thailand, Hong Kong, and Philippines. So, ang total nun is 2,520,000. Then, total mo din yung deduction. 1,955,000. So, yun, to get yung taxable income, i-deduct mo lang yung gross income sa deduction. And then, to get yung tax due, multiply mo lang ng 30%. So, ang question number 7 and 8, ang sagot is 565 at saka 169,500. Question 9 and 10. Assume that the taxpayer is a proprietary educational institution whose gross income and expenses are the 2014 gross income and expenses from all sources in the illustration. So, balikan mo na lang yung problem natin kanina. Mag-focus ka sa 2014. Yun daw ang ating data na gagamitin. So, kanina 2013, ngayon 2014 naman. Assume further that 2014 gross income and expenses in the Philippines are the gross income and expenses of the institution from unrelated trade or business. What is the taxable income for 2014? What is the tax due? Kasi kapag proprietary educational institution or not-for-profit hospital, yan ay mayroon silang privilege, no? So, pwede silang matax at regular rate na 30% or at 10%. So, paano yon? So, maggagawa ka ng predominance test. So, dapat yung income from unrelated activity nila, so, ang ratio ng income from unrelated activity nila sa total income nila should not exceed 50%. Kasi pag nag-exceed ng 50% yung income from unrelated activity nila, regular tax na ang babayaran ng proprietary educational institution or not-for-profit hospital. Pero pag hindi naman nila na-exceed yung 50%, mai-enjoy nila yung benefit na 10% na tax rate. So you have to do predominance test. Gagawin mo yung predominance test. Ulitin natin paano yung predominance test. I-divide mo lang, kukunin mo lang kasi yung ratio. Di-divide mo lang yung income from unrelated activity, divide by yung total income. So kukunin mo, i-add mo lahat yung income, tapos yun ang pang-divide mo sa income from unrelated activity. Asaan yung income from unrelated activity nila? Yung income sa Philippines daw. So, yung income from Philippines divided by yung total income, pag nag-exceed ng 50%, regular tax sila, 30%. Pero pag hindi, 10% ang mag-a-apply sa proprietary educational institution. So, ito na nga, ang gross income from Philippines, 635,000, sa Hong Kong, 610, at saka sa Thailand, 890,000. So, ang total ng income from all sources ay 2,135,000. Sabi natin, ipro-predominance test natin para alam natin kung 10% or 30% regular tax ang mag-apply sa kanya. So, dapat para 10%, it should not exceed 50%. So, di-divide mo yung 635, yung unrelated daw yung sa Philippines, ng 2,135,000. And obviously, walang kalahati yung 635,000. So, ibig sabihin, mai-enjoy niya yung privilege na 10%. Mas mababa sa regular, kaya privilege yun. Mai-enjoy niya yung privilege na mas mababang tax rate. Kasi nga, yung income from unrelated activity naman niya ay hindi nag-exceed ng 50%. So, multiply mo ng 10% para makuha yung tax. So, ayun. Ang sagot ay, ang total taxable income niya is 448,000 and so, since ang tax rate niya ay 10%, 44,800. Another assumption, assume that the taxpayer is a resident foreign corporation. What is the taxable income for 2015? What is the tax due? So, sabi natin kanina, kapag resident foreign corporation siya, yung income na lang na within the Philippines ang kasama. So, wag mo nang isasama yung Hong Kong at saka Thailand. So, kaya nga, ang sagot is 135,000 at saka 40,500 kasi nga, resident foreign corporation siya. Ang isasali lang natin, ang cover lang ng tax is yung within the Philippines. So, hindi nakasama yung sa Thailand at saka Hong Kong. And, sabi dito, please take note, ang gagamitin natin data is yung 2015 kasi yun yung nasa instruction. Use yung data sa 2015 kasi medyo nakakalito kasi 3 years yung binigay na data and inisa-isa niya na gamitin yung lahat ng year na yun for 3 years. Question 13 and 14, assume that the taxpayer is an international carrier whose 2013 gross Philippine billings and expenses are the 2013 gross income and expenses from Hong Kong and Thailand. In the illustration combined, what is the taxable income and what is the tax due? So, ang international carrier is subject to a special tax rate. Hindi na 30%. So, ang tax base niya is yung gross Philippine billings. So, ibig sabihin ng gross Philippine billings, ito yung mga bill na nag-originate in the Philippines. Yung trip, rather, na nag-originate sa Philippines. So, ibig sabihin, pag ang billings ay nag-originate sa other country, hindi na considered taxable. Considered without na yan. So, ganyan lang. Ang gross income niya is, syempre, i-add mo lang yung sa Hong Kong and Thailand kasi yun daw yung gross Philippine billings niya. So, ang total ay 1.8 million. So, ang rate ng international carrier is 3%. So, that's 45,000. So, ang tax base natin ay gross, kaya walang deduction. Question 15 and 16. Assume a non-resident foreign corporation. What is the taxable income for 2015? Okay, so kanina, meron na tayong resident foreign corporation at saka non-resident foreign corporation naman. So, may illustration na tayo kanina dito sa first problem. So, ang pagkakaiba lang nila, resident at non-resident, hindi na entitled itong non-resident na deduction. Ayan. Kaya naman ang sagot is yung gross now 810 times 30%, yun na ang tax due, 243,000. Assume that the taxpayer is a non-resident owner of aircraft whose year 2015 gross rental and expenses are the 2015 gross income and expenses from Thailand. In the illustration, what is the taxable income for 2015 and what is the tax due? So we will be using yung data from 2015, particularly yung sa Thailand. 2015, pakitignan na lang, balikan na lang. Pwede namang i-fast forward at saka i-backward itong video. So pwede nyo balik-balikan and i-screenshot na lang yung problem kasi ang daming requirement. So, pag lesser of aircraft, so ang tax rate is 7.5% on gross. Kaya, 620 times 7.5 is equal to 46,500. Regi Incorporated is a trading company created in the Philippine law. So, domestic siya. For the quarter ending June 30, 2015, it has the following result of operation. So, ang gross sales daw niya for the quarter is 980. Ang cost of sales niya for the quarter then is 492. Total deductions for the quarter. So, may deduction for the quarter po siya, 325,000. Tapos, gross sales for the first quarter. Kasi quarter ending in June yung mga data na present na taas. Ibig sabihin, that second quarter. So, nakalipas na. So, ang current quarter is second quarter. So, yung 980, 492, 325 is for second quarter. And, syempre, pag magpa-file ka ng quarterly return, kailangan mo din yung mga data ng previous quarter kasi ibabawas mo yung binayaran mong tax doon. So, sales last quarter is 630. Cost of sales niya ay 318,150. Tapos, may deduction siya na 215,932. Tapos, nung first quarter, nagbayad sila ng 28,775. And then, this quarter, mayroong withhold na tax na 17,850. The company fails to file its second quarter income tax return on due date. So, may penalty kasi hindi sila nag-file on due date. August 29, 2015. It files on September 6. So, instead na August 29, September 15. Ay, September 6 rather, 2015. The compromise penalty, so may penalty nga, 10,500. So, ito yung mga requirements, yung aalamin natin, yung questions. Gross income this quarter, taxable income this quarter, second quarter yun, kasi sinabi niya this quarter. Gross income first quarter, taxable income to date, tax due, tax payable penalties, amount payable. Okay, so ito yung computation. So, mag-umpisa muna tayo sa this quarter, no? Sa second quarter. So, sales this quarter is 980, given naman lahat yan. Then, less cost of sales ng second quarter, 492,800. Then, isusubtract mo lang. Yun na yung first question. Sagot sa first question. Magkano ang gross income this quarter? 487,200. Then, less yung allowable deduction na 315. So, mayroong taxable income this quarter na 172,200. So, yun yung taxable income. Pero, syempre, second quarter yan, kaya kailangan mong i-add yung data ng first quarter, kaya nga binigay. So, magkano ba yung taxable income ng first quarter? Syempre, para makakompute ka ng taxable income this second quarter, saka taxable income nung first quarter. So, i-add mo lang yung taxable income ng first quarter sa second quarter. So, alam na natin yung taxable income ng second quarter, which is 172,200. So, gagawin din natin the same procedure sa first quarter. So, kunin natin yung mga data sa first quarter. Sales ng first quarter is 630,000. Ang cost of sales niya is 318,150. Get the difference is equal to 1. Get the difference, and it is 311,850. Then yung allowable deduction niya, yung expenses, operating expenses, 215,932. So ang taxable income ng first quarter ay 95,918. So sabi nga natin, ang purpose natin sa pagkuha ng 95,918 na yan is i-add natin sa 172,200. So, add na natin. Makukuha natin yung sagot sa number 4 na 268,118. Since meron na tayong taxable income for quarter 1 saka quarter 2, magkukompute ka na ng tax. I-multiply mo na ng 30%. So, ang tax due is 80,435. Pero hindi yan ang babayaran mo sa BIR. Bakit? Kasi may binayaran ka na yung first quarter na 28,775 given yan sa problem. And then meron na silang na-withhold na tax. Meron na silang naibawas at nai-remit na 17,850. So ibabawas mo ulit yun. So meron na lang silang tax payable na 33,810. Ang kaso, hindi sila nag-file on time kaya may penalties. So, surcharge na 8,452. That's 25% ng 33,810. And then, kukompute mo yung interest for 8 days. So, PRT. And then, yung compromise penalty na 10,500. Ang total penalties ay 19,103. So, from 33,810 na babayaran lang sana, naging 52,913 dahil sa penalty. So, PRT lang naman yung interest, di ba? For 8 days. So, yung time mo ay 8/365. In the year 2014, the following cumulative data appear in the records of family company and domestic corporation. 2014 of its second year of operation. So, second year of operation pa lang yan. So, yan yung mga data. Sales, 180, 405, 675, 1,080,000. May dividends daw siyang na-receive, 1,800, 3,600, 5,400, 7,200. Rent income, 7,200, 14,400, 21,600, 28,800. Cost of sales, 45,000, 108,000, 166,500, and 270,000. Municipal taxes, 45,000, 9,000, 13,500, and 18,000. Business expenses, 108,234, 369,000, and 657,000. So, yan yung mga question natin, 1 to 4. Yan sasagutin natin, syempre. Okay, so ganito yung magiging solution natin. So, per quarter din, syempre. Sa first quarter, ayan, so 180,000. So, ibabawas natin yung cost of sales para makuha natin yung gross income. So, 180 minus 45, 135. Then, idagdag na natin yung other income. So, mayroon kasing other income. Meron siyang dividend sa resident corporation at saka rent income. So, ang total gross income mo is 135 plus 1.8 plus 7,200 equal to 144,000. Then, babawas natin yung mga expenses like municipal taxes at saka business expenses. So, ang total allowable deduction, ang total ng dalawa ay 112,500. So, ibabawas natin yung 112,500 sa 144 to come up with 31,500 na taxable income. So, multiply natin yung 31,500 ng 30%. Makukuha natin yung tax na 9,450. So, since first quarter pa lang naman yan, wala pang binayaran sa previous quarter. Kasi nga first quarter, wala pang previous quarter. So, bring down mo na lang yung 9,450. Next, dun tayo sa second quarter. Kung tignan mo yung data, pwedeng balikan, paki-screenshot yung slide. Pwedeng balikan yung previous slide para makuha mo yung data. And then, copy, post mo muna, then copy or picture. Kung tinatamad kang magsulat. So, balik tayo. So, same procedure lang naman sa second quarter. Ganun din, yung sales niya, ibawas mo yung cost of sales to come up with your gross income, 297. Then, sa gross income, kung may other income, pwede mong idagdag. Kung wala, katulad ng kanina, walang other income, so wala tayong dinagdag kanina. Baka nagtataka kayo, wala naman tayong dinagdag kanina, bakit ngayon meron na? O, kasi ngayon, merong other income, kanina wala. So ngayon, since may other income, may dadagdag tayo. So, idagdag natin yung 3,600 at saka 14,400. So, ang total gross income niya ay 315,000. So, babawas na natin yung mga expenses. So, ang allowable deduction natin ay 9,000 based sa second quarter data at saka 234,000. So, add mo yan, 243,000. Then, subtract mo yan sa gross income, mayroon kang 72. Meron kang 72,000. So, multiply mo yung 72 ng 30%, ang normal tax ay times 30% dun sa 72, 21,600. Ngayon, hindi mo na i-bring down yung 20,600 katulad ng first quarter kasi mayroon ng income tax from previous quarter. Mayroon ng nakaraang quarter. Yan yung quarter number 1. So, i-bring down mo sa second quarter yung tax na binayaran nung first quarter, and that is 9,450. So, 9,450 ang babayaran na lang, ang due na lang sa BIR, ibibigay mo lang sa BIR ay 12,150. 12,150. So, nakita nyo yung trend. Yung 9,450, i-deduct mo sa second quarter. Yung 21,600, i-deduct mo din sa third quarter. Then, yung 45,900, i-deduct mo sa year. So, ganun yung trend. So, i-carry over mo. So, hindi ko na i-discuss yung fourth quarter sa year kasi parehas din lang naman ang procedure sa first at saka second quarter. So, kayo na lang. I-continue na lang yung analogy. Ayan. So, line corporation naman tayo. Pakibasa yung information. So, I'll give you 5 seconds. No, sige. 2 minutes to read yung problem. And then, pwede niyo nang picturean or i-copy kung medyo sinisipag kayo para masagot natin yung 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, bakit walang 8? Ayun, hindi lang nilagyan ng number. Pero meron dapat. 9, 10, 11. Yung 5 to 11 question. So, ganun din gagawin natin yung katulad kanina. Compute yung gross income, i-add yung tapos makompute yung gross income, i-add mo yung other income, tapos babawas yung expenses, meron ka lang taxable income. Okay, so let's proceed sa answer. Ayan, so ito yung answer. So, katulad dati, i-discuss lang natin yung first at saka second quarter, kaya na ulit mong bahalang magtuloy. So, make sure na gawin nyo kasi ganito yung ipapa-exam natin. So, first quarter, ang sales niya ay 220. So, ganun-ganon, no? To compute yung gross income, ibawas mo yung cost of sales na 55. So, meron kang 155. Add other income. Ang i-add mo lang dito na other income ay syempre yung hindi subject to final tax. Kasi pag subject to final tax, hindi na taxable. Remember, diba? So, dapat alam mo din yung subject to final tax sa individual. At saka doon sa discussion natin ng concept. So, ang total gross income natin, pag dinagdag mo yung 2,200 at saka 880 is 176,000. Tapos, ibawas na natin yung mga expenses, city taxes and business expenses. Ang total niya is 137,500. So, bawas natin sa 176. Makukuha lang natin na taxable income ay 38,500 times 30%, 11,550. So, bring down na natin yan. Yan ang babayaran natin sa BIR, re-remit natin sa bank para mapunta sa National Treasury. Kasi wala pa namang previous quarter, katulad ng sabi natin kanina. Wala pa tayong binayaran ng previous quarter kasi wala namang previous quarter pa. Kasi ito pa lang yung first quarter. Okay, so hanggang second quarter lang tayo ang discussion natin. Pero I'm sure kayang-kaya nyo na yan sa third quarter at saka sa year. Sa second quarter, 495 ang sales niya. Cumulative pala ang presentation nito So just in case na ang information ay hindi cumulative, i-cumulative lang. Paano gagawin cumulative? I-add mo lang. For example, yung first quarter as is yon. Pag sinabing non-cumulative yung data sa problem, as is yung first quarter. Sa second quarter, third quarter, at saka sa year ka mag-adjust. I-dadagdag mo lang yung nakaraan. So for example, para makuha yung cumulative amount ng second quarter, i-add mo yung first quarter sales saka sa second quarter sales. Gagawin mo lahat yon sa lahat ng data. Ngayon sa third quarter, ganoon na naman. I-add mo yung third quarter sa fourth quarter sa third quarter, sa second quarter, sa first quarter. Add mo lahat. Cumulative. Ang ibig sabihin ng cumulative kasi is yung naipon. Iipunin mo. Cumulative. So ito cumulative na kaya hindi na natin ginawa. Cumulative. So, balikan natin, second quarter, 495 ang sales, less cost of sales na 132,000 is equal to gross income na 363,000. Tapos, add natin yung mga other income na hindi subject to final tax, 4,400 at saka 17,600. So, mayroon tayong total gross income na 385 na. So, nadagdagan ng 44 at saka 76. Then, ibawas natin yung expenses. So, ang total deduction ay 11,000 plus 286 equals 297. So, yun na yung ating total. Kaya, deduct na natin sa 385 yung 297 is equal to 88,000. Yan, normal taxable income. So, multiply natin yung 88,000 ng 30%, 26,400. And then again, since second quarter na to, mayroon ng previous quarter, ibawas natin yung binayaran nating tax noong first quarter na 11,550 to come up with a 14,850 na tax still due, income tax due, or income tax still due sa BIR. So again, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, hanggang second quarter lang ang tinapos natin doon kasi syempre same process natin na magtutuloy hanggang sa third at saka fourth quarter. And then, syempre, mayroong application. So, yung tong susunod na problem, 3 problems, paki-solve and paki-upload yung solution sa link na ipoprovide ko doon sa Google Classroom kung saan i-upload itong discussion video natin. Don't forget to sign up na rin doon sa link para sa attendance yung para sa mga nanood. Be honest. Pag hindi kayo nanood, wala kayong makukuha, mababa ang grado. So, pakipicturean na lang itong next 3 slides para sa inyong application, or it will serve as your quiz. Iti-treat ko na siya as your quizzes. Okay, so ito na yung last slide. So thank you very much. And hanggang sa susunod na explainer video natin sa corporation part, tax on corporation part 2.